watch the patch and read the video. So I assume this is the Stranger Things, obviously, patch that everything's coming out with, I guess. Wait, how many skins? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 16. 16 skins in one patch? That is absolutely wild. Is that a breakfast Baka skin? A Jingwei skin's kind of dope. That's okay. That's a cute Kukulkan design. I like that. Rest of the skins I'd see like in game. Well, that Morgan skin's actually sick too. Luge. Maybe they schedule their patches that far in advance. Well, Drone Turtle links to the 6, babe. Track items, track items, track items. Ranked players above Diamond 1 will be reset to Diamond 1. Players above 2400 and more will be reset to 2400. Good luck to everyone in the split of Grandmasters. Thank you. Increase band count from 5 to 6 per team in duel. Oh, yeah. Bug fixes, don't care about any of those, honestly. Oh, wait, I think it's what happened to me today. I felt like my DPS was not high when I was hitting the Fire Giant today. We got bonus patch? Bonus patch? Wait. Wait, so which one's this one? Wait, I don't get this patch until July. What? There's another one? Oh my gosh. Alright, bonus patch. Oh, I thought the boots patch was gonna. Oh, that's so lame. Soul Gem nerf 30-25. Karen's coin 90 to 80. Gaia. Wait, how many? A lot of changes. Jeez. That's a big nerf. Is there one? Well, that's what I said to do today, actually. I mean, 10 seconds is kind of insane. They're nerfing Persephone. What? Why are they nerfing him from 14 to 15? What? They're quad nerfing Arthur? I mean, Purse was pretty good in, like, the casual game, but she didn't seem great in Conquest. Okay, so they're decreasing the overhead slash by a lot. Yeah. That's actually kind of crazy they're nerfing this much. What is this? What does this mean? Add per hit to 2% HP damage? What does this mean? The Dragon Mage. Oh, it's a description thing? Okay, that makes more sense. Cuckoo decrease bonus health shield 10 plus 20 to 10 plus 10. Nice, we like that. I assume decrease his ult. So we're trying to force a meta change to solo, I guess? We're nerfing Wukong. Just late game Wukong. This is just a Warriors nerf patch, bro. That Gaia nerf is actually insane, dude. 15 to 8 is actually so large. That's a Gilgamesh, dropkick. What? Fix an issue where this ability to 15 additional base damage and 50% additional base physical power scaling to gods continual walls. Only applied to ranks 2, 3, 4, and 5. Oh, that's not bad. Damage should now match the burst damage listed on the description. Increase going on 14 to 16. Pretty big Gilgamesh nerf, I would say. Oh, so this kinda... I don't know how much this is. Is that a large nerf? That doesn't really matter. If it's just like the initial damage, not the tick. So this is a soul change we're talking about. Added 0.1 second setup time to the activation of this ability. Added a 0.2 second post fire. So it just makes it to where you can't cast the 2 immediately. And they also made a post fire to it. Oh. Holy. They took 100 damage off and hit the scaling? I love you, Hi-Rez. I love you guys. That's a big nerf. I mean, 100 damage is a lot. Then Horizon, Progressive Storm, increased cooldown from 9 to 10. And then decreased mark duration from 4. What? This is just like a SPL nerf patch, it looks like. They just hit all the top gods in SPL, in my opinion. Yeah, they nerfed Soul a bit. Have to see how it actually feels. Okay, now the mid-season patch. Dude, I thought this patch was gonna be out like next Tuesday, and I'm kind of sad. You're saying 100 damage wasn't a lot? That's a lot. That is a lot of damage. And when a god only has basically 2 reliable damage sources, taking 100 off is kind of large. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna read all of this, chat. I'll probably start yawning. Ooh, that's pretty big. Next an issue where some gods will not be able to use beads immediately if they were CC'd while in the casting time of certain abilities. Yeah, that's a pretty big buff. You can get caught in a lot of abilities and spam your bead key, and then you just don't go up. It was pretty nice. Wait, so now Dueling has a new side jungle on the outside of the lane as the landmark here was washed away by the wave. The wave. Dueling Alpha Harveys have had their pathing adjusted when a 2 Alpha Harvey spawned, so it's like last year, I guess. Dueling has a new experience camp area. So Solo has Totem, Scorp, and a new experience area? That Harvey location on the red buff side has been adjusted to make room for a new camp, which I assume is the green buff. Map sliding has been returned to its 8.1 state. Nice. Various sea life, bubble, puddles, and damage. Wait. Oh, and damage. Okay. I just got across the map. Vinyl has been removed. Pog. New objective. We'll say draw. This aquatic entity has arisen from the deep to challenge the gods, saying grant your entire team Draugr's Boon. Towers and Phoenixes receive a stacking buff of plus 7% power and plus 5% damage mitigation for every allied god within their radius. That seems OP. That seems, that seems a little high. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I misread it. It only lasts 240 seconds, so I thought it was forever. Okay, that's fine. Spawns in the new duel inside the jungle, yada yada yada, yada yada yada. New jungle buff, support green. While wearing this, jungle buffs on nearby allied gods will not expire. This effect does not apply to other support buffs. Also grants plus 50 maximum health and mana, plus an additional 30 for every 50 total protections on the wearer. Enhanced grants plus 10% or plus 10 HP5 and HP5. That's kind of gnarly. Wait, so it says maximum. So right when you pick it up, it just increases your maximum. It doesn't do anything for like your normal health. It's gonna go plus an additional 30 for every 50 total questions of the wearer. Yo, visual. Thanks for getting me 10, baby. Thanks so much for visual. Welcome everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you, visual baby. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, man. A Draugr minion holds this buff on the red side, on the red campsite, just outside bases. So it's near back campsite, I guess. Balance, we buff the enhanced damage buff, speed buff, mana, 7 to 10, 5 to 7, 10 to 15. You get a maximum mana bonus with blue buff? What? We're buffing Fire Giant, making it tankier. We're making Gold tankier. We're making Oracles tankier. We're making Scorpions less tanky, but increasing the healing. Alpha Harpy less tanky and less everything. Because there's 2 of them now, I would assume. So have to nerf the rewards because there's 2 of them. So, but it is. They're not like cutting it in half, they're just nerfing it slightly. Well, I guess they nerfed the experience pretty hard. But the gold reward's pretty nice for invade still. Other modes, we don't care about that. Oh, this is a meditation rework. In a meditative state where nearby allied gods, within 15 units restore 8 plus 5% of their missing health and mana each tick. Heals occur once every second for 4 seconds. That's kind of big. Right? Wait. I assume that's 8 flat, right? That's just 8 flat. So it's 8 flat plus 5%. That wouldn't be 8% plus 5%. Or is it a flat? 8 flat? Okay. I don't know if it was like an 8% heal on press of the active, and then it heals 5% for each tick. Okay. So then the upgrade is intermediate state where nearby allied gods within 50 units restore 8 plus 5, same as up there. Additionally, each pulse reduces cooldowns for all abilities by 0.5. Huh. Interesting. Don't know if it's interesting enough to purchase, but it will probably be tested a bit. I mean, that was kind of a large heal. If you don't have like healing in your team comp, that's like... Would people buy anti-heal if they saw someone going mid? I don't know. New Sunder Rework. Fire a bolt that travels 70 units, stopping on the first god hit dealing 10% of their current health as true damage, and reducing any active shields by 50%. Targets hit take 10% increased damage. Huh? You're telling me normal Sunder that you can get for free does 10% of their current health, reduces shields by 50%, and makes targets take 10% increased damage? And it has 2 charges? So if you gank duo now, you can Sunder both targets and just kill both? Okay, that's a bad change. Anyways, Sunder's better now, and every carry is dead. Using this item fires a bolt that travels 70 units, stopping on the first gun hit, dealing 50. Dealing 15% of their current health as true damage, and reducing any active shields by 75%. Targets hit take 10% increased damage for 5 seconds, stacking 2 times. Relic has 2 charges. Yep. I mean, if you're getting 1 charge every 90 seconds... What? I mean, like, this sounds OP by itself, right? You take, like, just the fact that it has... Why does it have 2 charges? Like, this should not be a thing. 5 seconds is so long in a Smite, like, in a Smite fight. 5 seconds is actually so long. That, like, you can literally die anytime you get hit by this. An unupgraded relic can literally... Dude, it shouldn't do all of this. This is actually just stupid. Sorry. But this is actually so stupid. Why is it... It should not do this much. 10% of their current health is insane. And 10% increased damage for 5 seconds. Stacking 2 times? You're telling me I can make someone take 10% increased damage for 10 seconds? Alright. Anyways, that's just gonna tilt me more. Bracelet been doing been removed. Bracelet of Radiance, new relic. Place a radiant glow at a target location for 90 seconds. Allies who move through this field gain 10% increased power if above half health, or 10% movement speed if below half health for 8 seconds. This fragment acts as a ward if destroy the cooldown of the relic is reduced by 20 seconds. So like a stationary girdle? Kind of? The upgrade is place a radiant glow at a target location for 9 seconds. Allies who move through this field gain 2% increased power if above half health, or say the same thing. This radiant glow acts as a sentry ward. That is kind of interesting, actually. The sentry ward part is kind of cute. But Sunder just seems like so much better than this. Like, this seems like a cute idea. But like, bruh. Like, just take this off of it. I mean, this is cute, but yeah. So now boots have been removed. Players in all modes now receive 18% movement speed over the first 7 levels, so I assume you just scale up with a certain percentage. Removing this, enchanted spear, decrease magical penetration from 10 to 5, increase magical power, so I assume penetration was too strong, so now we're buffing the power. Same thing for this, we're decreasing the cost. Oh. 10 to 5 for the penetration, 1500 to 1450. We're keeping the power at the same one with that one. Equal, decrease the attack speed reduction from 10 to 7%. Increase physical power. Yeah, I'll have to play with this to see if it's actually like. This just seems like a nerf. I assume. That makes sense. Yeah, the description makes sense. Basically, they're worried about people rushing the item and it being really OP early game, so they're nerfing the fight, like boxing, dueling potential of it. Pinch faster from 40 to 30 plus 1 per level. Okay. Decrease CCR from 20% to 10%. This item is literally just so OP. This is a stupid item. So I have a Mirrodin Rework. Decrease magic power from 110 to 95. When your ultimate ability is finished casting, you gain MiridinsBrilliance, which provides 80% uncapped. 80% uncapped cooldown reduction. Decaying to 40% uncapped cooldown reduction over 7 seconds. Uncapped cooldown reduction overrides normal cooldown reduction, and at the end of this 7 seconds, you lose MiridinsBrilliance. This can only occur once every 45 seconds. Oh, that's... Uh-huh. Yeah. I hate hunters, too. War Flag! New passive. Getting an assist when an enemy dies provides a stack that gives 1% movement speed and 2% attack speed for 8 seconds to nearby allies for up to 10 stacks. While at or above 4 stacks, each time you damage an enemy god, you restore 15 health and mana to nearby gods within. That's kind of cool, and you gain 8 gold. They need to add something to this to give it gold spooling, because gold spooling on one side, not having gold spooling on the other side, obviously gold spooling is just gonna always win unless the other side's like super OP. Warband Rework, getting assist for an enemy dying provides a stack of 2% movement speed, 4% attack speed for 8 seconds to nearby allies for up to 10 stacks. While at or above 4 stacks, each time you damage an enemy god, you restore 1.25 health, 1.25 mana to nearby allies. This seems kind of good. And refresh the duration of these stacks. This seems very good. Okay, but this is confusing me. Each time you damage an enemy god, is this... Yeah, is this per tick of an ability? Or is this with an auto attack or with an ability? I thought it was per tick. Doesn't work on tick damage? Okay, that makes sense. Corrupted Bluestone Rework. Decreased physical power from 60 to 50, and now provides 150 health. Will now provide stacking benefit for applying corruption rather than actively tracking how many applications of corruption are active. This stacking benefit now lasts for 6 seconds. Decreased attack speed provided per stack from 15 to 10. Stacks now provide 4% increased protection. So shifting it to be more of a tank item, I was. Which, I don't think hunters were really buying this item anyways, so it's kind of going the other one. It was cute to buy, but clumsy confirmed it's once. Okay, gotcha. So our death toll increased the heal melee cleave basics from 50 to 75. And then, okay, range is still 50. Then increase melee again, range stays at 50. So, okay. And then BaRRaCCuDDa Shield, this item can only be built on Assassin's Wars. Sad about that change. Increase attack speed from 15% to 25. This makes me sad. This is one of my favorite items to buy. I loved the idea of this item. like a brawler's bruisery hunter item that you could like kind of brawl with the assassin instead of just dying to them. Shogun's nerf / shift no longer provides CCR, now provides 150 health. Increase attack speed aura from 25 to 30. Serrated edge buff, okay, that's cool. Mannequin Scepter, increase burn physical damage from 12 over 2 seconds to 16, plus 5%? Wait. So they just gave you a flat 5% of... Wait, so it was 12 flat before, and it's 16 plus 5% of your physical and magical power? Am I misreading this, or is this just insane? I'm reading it right. So they're giving you a flat, or not flat, but just like a buff. Decreased stack slot matter? I mean, comparing 48 over here to 16 plus 5% of your physical or magical power, this obviously is way better. Like, way better. If this was only 48 before to 16, unless I'm misreading this. Am I misreading this? Yeah, it seems insane. 5%, yeah, that seems insane. To give it 5% of your physical magic power. Yeah, the stacks don't matter. Like at all. Yeah, it's still 48, yeah. This literally doesn't matter. Yeah, exactly. It takes less autos to get to max damage, plus you have this. I mean, that seems very good. Mannequin Mace upgrade increase, so I guess that's just to sustain when you kill jungle camps or something. Yeah. Sentinel's Gift, we're buffing this, decreasing the cost and buffing the magical and physical probably to make you a little bit stronger early game. I guess I don't know why you would go this over War Flag though now. Conduit Gem now provides 100 mana, Vamp Shroud buff, increase health to 75. They keep buffing this item, dude. I feel like Vamp Shroud's been buffed like 4 or 5 times in a row. That seems good. Like, they just keep buffing Vamp Shroud. Bloodsoak Shroud, physical procs from 40 to 55, health restore from 12 to 2% and 6 to 2% for your mana. Remove the bonus stacking lifesteal. Oh, okay. So it's more of a sustain item than a lifesteal sustain item. Stack Shroud buff from 100 to 15 power. Warrior's Axe, increased passive bonus and bonus damage and Hell Steel from 30 to 35 plus 1 per level. Atlantis buff. I don't know if this item... I don't know how good this item's going to be next patch. I mean, we'll have to see about like every item next patch. But they have... This was like 25 power like 2 patches ago. And they gave her 10 free power, and they'll give me another 5 power. With boots getting changed, or boots getting removed, this could just be your new boot, in my opinion. Just getting the 40 power plus 10% pin. Pretty good early game. Might be a little sketch if someone's like rushing Ichable against you or something like that. Definitely going to be testing this item a lot. I mean, they've just given you 15 free power. Cowl, I don't know why they did this. I feel like Cowl was kind of unique before. And like where you had to, it gave you a lot of sustain, gave you power, gave you attack speed, gave you movement speed as well in certain situations. So you'd come out of base with like a mana pot or 2, to get yourself through the laning phase. But now they just give you a free 7 MP5, which is a decent amount of MP5. Yeah, it's the only stat without mana sustain. But the rest of the stats are very good on this. Like, very good. So this just seems like a buff to like make this meta. I mean, I think I would rather see it keep its uniqueness and either buff the passive of it or like the attack speed or the power maybe. Yeah, and then Hunter's Cowl upgrade now provides 15 MP5, Warding Sigil, decreased cost from 700 to 600. Tainted Steel, decreased healing reduction from 20 to 15. You're not healed for 100% of the healing reduced. Interesting. Tainted Amulet upgrade, increased healing reduction from 20 to 30%. Tainted Breastplate upgrade, increased physical power from 40 to 50. Increased magical power from 60 to 75. We're buffing Jade Imps. I don't think anyone's bought Jade Imps like this whole year. If you need like physical defense or kind of just going sovereignty, I think over Jade Imps like every time. Going to go Plate Helm, decreasing the cost 200 gold. That's funny. Don't know if people will buy it. It is a cute item. But I still don't know if people will buy it. I have not missed this character. I'll be real with you guys, I have not missed this character. The Amaterasu meta, not fun. Literally 2-taps you. Increased charge rate from taking damage from 4 to 4.5. Increased charge gain from hitting an enemy from 0.15 to 0.2. This means Amaterasu will gain charge on Heavenly Reflection more quickly for taking damage and for each enemy she hits. And Dazzling Offense, we're just giving it 5 damage, it looks like, scaling up to 20 per the 2nd through 5th. Alma meta is not fun. Buffing Armist Trap. Increased base damage from 25 to 35, and then 85 to 87. So buff on the low end for sure, 18 to 14, and then 10 seconds at the end on both. Don't know if this will make her good, but I mean, her early game kill potential is kind of strong now. If you get that early game trap. Increased move speed 20 to 25, that's actually a big buff. Decreased cooldown from 18 to 16, also a big buff. Yeah, those are some nice cooldown changes, honestly. 18 to 14 and 18 to 16. Kinda nice for the early game for her. And then for BaRRaCCuDDa, decreased cooldown of her jump from 16 to 14. Her ult shield health is going from 15% to 25. And increase the knockback stream from 330 to 400. I don't know how this character is not meta, dude. Her 1 literally just has to be the worst ability in Smite for this character to not be meta. They have buffed BaRRaCCuDDa non-stop. Non-stop, dude. She's been buffed so much. Her 1 literally just has to be the worst player in the game for professional mid laners to not play her. Baron, Hysteria applied from basic attacks 2 to 5. Vivid Gaze increased Hysteria plays from 10 to 15. Added power, debuff duration to the description, 3 to 5 seconds. Consigned Spirits decreased cooldown from 15 to 11 to 13 to 11. Wow. That's kind of a big buff right there. Another 2-second cooldown decreases are kind of wild in my opinion. Also the Hysteria, this might make him a mid laner. He's just a solo laner right in my opinion right now. But this might make him a mid laner potentially. Dodgy, 1000 cuts decrease. Another 2-second buff, decreased cooldown from 13 to 11. Alright. Hachi increase, so they're giving Hachi a Medusa treatment, I guess. Decrease cooldown from 12 to 10. Decrease mana cost. I don't think this really makes a difference, because you don't really run on Hachi ever. The mana cost buffs don't really do anything for him, in my opinion. Heavily better increased physical power scaling from 45 to 55. That's kind of large. Also, this buff is huge, bro. A 5% across the board is kind of insane. This is a big buff to Hachi, in my opinion. This is a big buff. Hades, Devour Souls, decrease going from 11 to 10. Pillar of Agony and Pillar of Agony damages an enemy. All of Hades' other abilities have their... What? Dude! That's a big buff, chat. That seems insane. Maybe I'm an idiot, but that seems kind of insane. You think that's useless? Dude, I think that is insane. Yeah, it works on minions too. I think that's insane. Hebo increased base damage from 60 to... Oh my goodness. Hebo metas are also not fun. That's a big buff, in my opinion. To his early game, 60 to 80? That seems kind of strong. Hell buff, increased magical power scaling from 50 to 60, decreased mana cost from 55 to 45 and 75 to 65. Restoration, decreased mana cost 55, the same buff. Increased magic power scaling from 70 to 75 on Repulse. I assume that's her Dark Stance 3. Hera, commanding presence increase. What is this? Is this just Argus? Argus punches harder. Okay. Royal Assault, increased fist damage from 80 to 280 to 80 to 300. Large. Yorm and basic attack damage buff from 9.6 to 10.4. Also a dead character. Might come back now. Increased movement speed from 25 to 35. Kali. Increased base mana from 205 to 225. Decreased mana cost 70 to 60. Lash. Increased blade damage from 35 to 75 to 37 to 85. Total increase 105 to 225 to 111 and 255. Seems decent. And decreased mana cost of her stun from 70 to 60. Don't really know what this does. Haven't seen a Kali in so long, I don't even know what she does anymore, so yeah. Mulan and general base health buff from 480 to 490. Increased base health per level 82 to 84. And Mulan, also a character that I feel has been buffed non-stop, but people still aren't playing her because her kit, in my opinion, is just bad. Cross Strike, increased physical power scaling per hit from 30 to 35. Total is 30 to 90 to 35 to 105. That's kind of large. Maybe Mulan Jungle or something, potentially. Grapple now provides 5% protections in addition to movement speed when mastered. Increased grapple protections from 20 to 40, from to 25 to 45. Don't actually know if all this matters, or if it's just, you know, we're trying to make this character better. Odin, and decreased cooldown from 16 to 12 to 15 to 11. Raven Shell, decreased cooldown from 16 to 12 to 15 to 11. Odin's 3, increased physical power scaling throw damage from 50 to 60. Don't actually know how much this does. Yeah, I mean, you build a lot of cooldown on Odin anyways, I think, so I don't know if this actually does a lot. Might just be like a little quality of life thing for him. Olorun. Another dead character that might come back. Overflowing Divinity, increased magic power scaling from 15 to 25. Sanctified Field, decreased cooldown from 140 to 100 to 120 to 100. That's kind of a big buff. Olorun now gains 40% CCR reduction while in this area. That's kind of big. So I assume we're just taking the movement speed off of Rat Acorns here because of a boots change. Sono can now refire Typhoon while dead. Cool, love that. Crushing Earth. Sarah can now refire Crushing Earth while dead. Cool, love that. Thor buffs. Awesome. Increase radiance from 30 to 55 units. Anvil of Dawn increased physical power scaling from 90 to 100. Cool. Love this. I can't wait to get one shot again by Thorult. High Assault, also a Thoth dead character. Increased magic power scaling from 20 to 25. That sounds fun. Tiamat, when serpents damage a phoenix or titan, they take 1 pip. 1 pip of health and damage. So I assume this is way nerfing her, like, Phoenix split bush potential, which is good because this character can do a lot of things. And she should not be able to solo your front line while also killing your phoenixes from across the map. Summon bees decrease lifetime from 30 to 15. Don't know how much that actually does. Freya, decrease mana cost 60 to 80 to 45 to 65. Decrease mana cost 60 to 80 to 45 to 65. I don't know about you guys, but Freya might seem very good next patch, or might just be very good next patch. I feel like not having to rush boots just makes you able to just rush hastened so much easier. Like, that was the first thing I thought about when I heard that they were taking boots out of the game. And then I saw this change, and I'm just like, this just seems so nice for Freya, right? They're buffing her mana cost by a lot. Like, 60 to 45 is a big shift. This just seems so nice. And I can also just rush hasten and then pog off, right? Nox, increased minion damage from 50 to 190 to 50 to 210. Increased minion damage scaling from 40 to 50. I don't actually know if this does anything. I haven't seen a Nox in a Conquest game in a long time, and I also haven't seen a Nox won a minion wave in a Conquest match in a very long time, so I don't know if that actually does anything. Emoji no longer needs to gain mana or MP5 to obtain extra Omi. She instead gains 1 Omi at level 6, 11, and 16. Mana and MP5 are now converted to health at a rate of 20%, so like a colon. Bouncing Bubble and Moonstrike, there's now a small delay when attempting to spam these abilities back to back to back. For example, if you use Bouncing Bubble and Moonstrike as fast as possible, there's no delay. If you attempt to Bouncing Bubble again as fast as possible, there's a small delay. Bouncing Bubble increased base damage from 30 to 170 to 40 to 180. Increased post fire from 0.3 to 0.43, and we're increasing the ult damage on, or ult cooldown, sorry, from 110 to 120. So a bit of a shift, I guess, for Emoji players. Not sure if this does a lot, but I guess she just can't combo you as insanely as before, where she throws up her ult and then throws like 900 bubbles at you and then one taps you. So might be better, you know, might be worse. We'll see. Yeah, I think Freya might be very good next patch. We'll see. And that is all the patch notes, chat. I mean, overall, a lot of shifts. I think changing boots or taking boots out of the game will completely change the game. Not even like streamer reacting, but will completely change the game in basically every role. I think it opens up a lot of new build paths now and a lot of new interesting things. I think it is a buff for hunters because I feel like we can get penetration a little bit earlier now, which will be interesting. Yeah, definitely one of the biggest changes Smite's ever gotten, in my opinion, is taking boots out. Because like, it was such like an important thing. I mean, it might just be a buff to every role across the board, essentially. But we'll see. I mean, a few of these changes were a bit scary. Definitely a bit scary. I assume. Wait, I need to read the description on BaRRaCCuDDa's shield. Do they do that because they're taking boots away? In most cases, we would have been able to balance and tune bruise items to work, but BaRRaCCuDDa shield offered just the right stats that had to be tuned down so much that Assassins and Warriors cannot do it. This is something we don't plan on doing more in the future. Okay, so it doesn't seem to be a shift away from boots, or because of boots. Which this item would have been very good to rush in ADC now that boots are gone, in my opinion. Because that kind of gives you a lot of different stats. Yeah. Overall, big changes. Definitely enormous meta shifts. A lot of the dead gods, they're buffing, and they hard nerf like a lot of the SPL characters. We'll see. We'll see what happens, chat. But also, I think that will be the end for me today. A little 6-hour stream. So, thank you guys for watching. I should be back tomorrow, I would assume. I don't know exactly when. Probably 10, 11, 12, somewhere around there. I'll probably do the same thing I did today. Play some ranked games, play some casual games, you know, chill, relax, have fun with chat. And, yeah. I already went over bonus mounts. Yeah. Not sure. I will see you guys later. Bye, chat.